Hey, what's up? Welcome to part 2 of Space Station 13 tutorial. I'm still going over the basics right now. There was a couple of things I missed in the last video tutorial on the basics, and then I'm probably going to get into showing you what all the tools do, which is why I put my job as station engineer. But you don't necessarily have to be a station engineer to follow this tutorial. I'm just doing it for convenience. Okay, so first off, if you mouse over an item, say like this tracking beacon, if I mouse over it, you can see here in the bottom left, it will show the item of, so if I scroll over this oxygen tank, you see, it'll show the item name, and that's really useful so you don't have to right click every time you want to see an item's name. Now, next, if you right click on something and then do pull, and you start pulling it, this button right here, this button will, if you just left click it, you'll stop pulling, and that's really useful, you know, because I see new players often don't know, they'll pull something and they won't know how to unpull it. So this button right here is resist. That's useful if you get handcuffed or something, and this will unhandcuff, and it also gets you out of other restraints, and it has other purposes too, but just for the basics, just remember that the two guys fighting with the red glow sticks, that's resist. Over here we got the guy bouncing the basketball, that's drop. So if I pick something up and then click on this, drops it. And then to the right of the guy bouncing the basketball, we have the guy throwing the frisbee. Click that, and then click at the direction you want to, click on the tile you want to throw it to, and there you go. As you can see, it didn't go all the way to where I wanted it to be thrown, but certain objects get thrown farther than others. And by the way, the shortcut for throwing is end, just the end key, it's below home, and that's useful just for quick throwing. And it's useful to throw things if someone's far away and you need to hit them for some reason. Right here we have, if you click on this guy, that's how you decide where you're going to hit someone. So wherever you click, and it's also where you're going to use an item. Say if you're trying to heal them, then you're going to click to basically where you're focusing on their body. Here we have, well, here first, this is the run/walk. If you click it, it'll switch between run and walk. Walking is slower, but you won't slip on things. So you will slip on like liquids and stuff like that, so that's pretty useful, but typically just keep it on run. I know it's not very realistic that everyone's running around the station, but since there's no stamina bar or anything, it's fairly useful. Okay, and here we have the intent. So if you left click this, it'll change your intent on this little square. You got 4 different intentions. The first one is help, and that's useful if someone's on the ground or they need CPR. If you just left click them, it'll shake them awake or it'll give them CPR. Just remember, when you're giving someone CPR, you have to take off their mask, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Next you have blue, which is disarm, and UIs can differ server to server, but this is midnight. This is what people usually use. So if you left click on someone with disarm, you can push them over and take their weapon. It's pretty useful. Next we have the yellow one, which is grab, and I'll show you how to use that. I wonder if I can find some sort of AFK player. Oh, I don't know. I'll show that one next time I get a chance, because there's some different levels of grab, so I'm gonna have to show those. The next one is harm. If you're carrying an object in your hand and you left click on someone, usually, unless it has a different function, you're gonna hit them with it. But if you're set to harm and you left click on someone, then you'll just start punching them. And if you have gloves that will electrocute people, then set yourself to harm and left click on them and it'll electrocute them. Okay, so now let me show you what the basic tools do. So first off, you're gonna need a pair of insulated gloves, and I'll show you how I'm gonna get those. I guess I can just, hold on, I'm gonna go, there's a pair that spawns right here, but since they're not there, I'm gonna have to walk down to station engineering and pick myself up a pair. So I'll do that, and then I'll be back in a sec. Oh, great, the fire door's closed. Okay, I'll be back in maybe a little bit more than a sec. Okay, so great. I tried to hack this vending machine, because if you hack this type of vending machine, what you can do is make it so it gives insulated gloves. But I accidentally made it so I was testing out the different wires, and I accidentally made it so whenever you use it, it shocks you. But I thought I would mention right now, oh, is this guy gonna use it? I don't even know. But these multi-tools right here, you're going to want to get one of those. They don't come in the toolboxes, they don't come in the tool belt, you have to find them around the station. So go ahead and find those and pick those up before, as well as the insulated gloves. I still need to find insulated gloves, so I'm going to continue working on that. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit annoyed waiting for these fire doors to open. It looks like this guy has a virus crate. I wonder what he's up to. Probably no good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the screwdriver and... oh, well, that's perfect. There we go. So finally, right as I'm about to show you how to open up these little platings and how they open up the fire door, so that's useful. I'm going to go down to station engineering now and find myself a pair of insulated gloves. And if you do happen to be a station engineer, I would go down here and also grab an emergency oxygen tank and put it in your pocket, or the extended capacity. If you're a station engineer, you start with one, but it's useful to pick an extra one up. Okay, so pair of insulated gloves, perfect, right here. Okay, so my health isn't at 100 right now because I got shocked while trying to hack the vending machine and the assistant's office. So I'm gonna go get myself healed, and then we'll continue on with this. Okay, I can't even go get healed because people are just having a little field day with the emergency fire. I don't even know what they're called, fire doors. They keep on pulling them down. Oh, also, if you find these optical Mason scanners, put them on as your goggles. See, they let you see all around. They're very useful. So I'm just going to get on with how to hack vending machines until we wait till medbay is accessible. So what you want to do is first, whenever you want to open up a panel, you just take the screwdriver and left click, and as you can see, you open the maintenance panel, and you can see the maintenance panel is open on the hot drinks machine. Then what you're going to want to do is get a multi-tool and left click on it, and as you can see, we have 4 different wires. Now each of these wires do a different thing to these different lights, as you can see. So if we were to say pulse the violet wire, you can see the red light turned off, turn back. Now we can make it blinking or off, and by default it's blinking. Orange wire doesn't seem to do anything when you pulse it, at least. Golden wire, I know this one shocks you, so I'm not going to pulse it, although I am wearing insulated gloves, so it doesn't exactly matter. And then we have the green wire, which is the one that what this does is it turns the green light on, and when the green light turns on, you can see these ice cups appear every time I pulse it on. And the wires change every round, so you need to find out what they are each time. But for every vending machine, if I pulse the green wire now, it's going to give me the extra item for that vending machine. Okay, now it seems like I permanently shocked this, so I'm going to take out my wire cutters right now, and I'm going to cut the golden one and then mend it, and I think that should fix it. Let me see. Oops, I accidentally closed up the access panel. Okay, let me see if that fixed the shocking, if cutting it and mending it with the wire cutters fixed it. Okay, yes, that fixed it. Okay, so you need the wire cutters in order to cut wires, and that's useful for disabling things and hacking doors, which is what I'm about to get on. Okay, so right here we have a door, and if I try to go into it, I can't get in. So I'm going to use my screwdriver to open up the access panel, and then what I'm going to do is take out my multi-tool and my wire cutters. So what we want to do is we want to find out which one of these turns off the test light and which one of these makes the door bolts fall. So we're going to cut orange wire, and we're just going to be watching the test light and the door bolts. Okay, so we can see the red wire makes the AI test light turn off. So we need to amend that, or no, it makes the test light turn off, not the AI test light. So we're going to mend that, and as soon as we mended the test light, it turns back on. So we're going to keep the red wire, we're going to keep that intact. So now onto the blue wire. Okay, the blue wire makes the door bolts fall, so we need to mend that. And as you can see, when we mend it, the door bolts don't turn back up. We're going to need to pulse that with the multi-tool. All the other wires you can just cut it. And so what we're trying to do here is keep the test light on and have the door bolts be up. And right now they're falling, so what we're going to do is take out the multi-tool, and we're going to pulse the blue wire, and there you go, now the door bolts are looking up. So what we can do now is close up the maintenance panel if we so wish to do so, and then we're going to get a crowbar. Oh, okay, here, hold on. What we need to actually do is the test light needs to be off, but if the test light is off, you cannot make the door bolts go back up. So make sure the last thing you do is have the test lights go off. And now if we use the crowbar, it'll open. Okay, so we got into the mining area. That's going to be so useful, isn't it? I didn't plan on really taking anything. I just wanted to show you how to hack doors. So now let's say there's a security camera you want to get rid of, like right here. Like, I know it's probably a little bit too late for that, but I'm gonna steal some things, so let me show you how to turn off the security camera. I'm gonna open the camera security panel, and I'm gonna take out the wire cutters, and once again you got a bunch of different things here, a bunch of different wires that do different things, and there's an alarm light. The alarm light you want to be careful of, because if the alarm light is on, then there's an alarm activated. Security might come get you. Most of the time they're not even checking. So I'm going to try to find out which one of these is the alarm. I think you can do this with the multi-tool. No, you can't. So the only way we can do this is by cutting every wire. That's the only way we're going to be able to find out which one's the alarm light, which is fine with me. No, it looks like I turned it off somehow. I didn't really see what wire it was. Oh no, that's because it's not, it's default by off, my bad. Okay. So I'm slowly cutting wires, haven't activated. Okay, orange wire is, yeah, that was the one. Okay, so the orange one is the alarm light, and this one's optional to cut. You don't need to cut this one. I'm pretty sure it just sounds the alarm or something like that. Let's not worry about it. Just leave that one on. And as you can see now, the camera is disabled. I'm not going to go into how to get it off the wall yet. Right now I'm just showing you how to hack basic things. So that's how you hack a security camera. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the how to hack vending machines to actually help people. So this chef has agreed to let me mess with his vending machine in order to give him some extra stuff. So I opened up the maintenance panel. I'm going to get the multi-tool, and now I remember the green wire is the one that gives you extra stuff. So I pulse it, and boom, all that extra stuff, including the butcher's cleaver, which is a good weapon. So close that up. Oh wow, and he's even letting me grab a snack. How nice of him. I guess I'll take some banana nut bread slice. See, that's what you get for helping people. You get free food. Even though it was already, you know, kind of free right there. But okay, so this guy has also agreed to let me add stuff to his vending machine. And I'm just going to do it, just to show me being a boss, helping people out. It doesn't really matter since you've already seen it before, but just pulse that green wire. Boom, look at all that. Gonna pulse it on here. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, helping people out is awesome in this game. So, there we go, all done. Now I wonder if they're gonna give me anything in return. Maybe they could hook me up with some of those mushrooms that they sometimes, oh god, they sometimes grow here. Okay, or maybe they won't. I guess it was worth a try. So right here, I'm going to show you real quick how to take stuff off of people's bodies. What you do is you left click on their body, and while holding left click, you drag, and you can see this little box under my cursor. I drag it onto me. Boom. Now all this stuff's right here. If I left click on it, it'll take it off. And if I have something in my hand and I left click on a spot that says nothing, it'll put it onto him. So now to show you grabbing, so might as well while we got this body right here. If I left click on this guy, you can see right here I'm holding him with this hand and it says upgrade, and in chat it says I grabbed him passively. So if I click on this to upgrade it, now I'm holding him aggressively with my hands. If I left click again, I'm disarming him. If I do it again, I'm killing him now. I'm choking him to death. And I just click the drop button to drop him. You can also throw him, which is useful for throwing him off into space. So that about ends it for Basics Part 2, along with some hacking tutorials. Real quick though, if there's a battery in the assistance room, I'm going to show you how to make shock gloves, which are very, very useful for taking down enemies. Okay, the battery's not here, so hold on, I'm going to go to Station Engineering and grab one from there. Okay, so right here we can see a battery. We can see a couple on the high capacity power cells, and if you see the objects moving around, I seem to have contracted a disease that makes it so, it's called metallitis, I think, and it makes it so metal objects go towards you, and it's highly contagious. So I pick up the power cell, and I'm also going to need the cable coil, which you can find all around the station. It spawns in your tool belt if you're a station engineer. Very, very easy. Okay, I'm going to be making these with my insulated gloves. That's a really bad idea. If you make shock gloves with your insulated gloves, they'll stop working as insulated gloves. So if I try to hack a door, it can still shock me if I have these gloves. So I'm just going to left click. Now you can see the wires are on there once I put the wires on. Now if I switch to my high capacity power cell and put those onto my hands, now there we go, I got the shock gloves all completed. So I'm just going to test them out just to make sure they work. I guess I could do it on myself, but that wouldn't really be funny, so... Oh dear, what happened here? I guess I should help him out. First the security guard, and then this guy. Okay, now to knock him over. There we go. Okay, so yeah, they work. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to take the battery out, which is useful if you did it with your insulated gloves and you realize, oh shoot, I didn't want that in my insulated gloves. You get the wire cutters, and then you just left click on the gloves, and there you go. It takes the battery out and puts it on the ground. So, and then I think if you click it again, it also takes the wires out. So there you go. That's a very useful for making a very basic weapon that can shock people. So I think that just about ends my video. There'll be more stuff in the next video. Tune in next time and have a fun time. I think you're about ready to start exploring the game, and the best way to learn is just to go experience the game for yourself, try different things, and just have fun.